holster, concealed carry holster from Harry's Holsters. This isn't even how I normally dress in the summer. I'm usually in like yoga pants or yoga shorts. And so this doesn't really work with a yoga short. So I got some yoga pants. To try that have a built-in holster. Eddie also lent me his belly band holster thing. I'm gonna start with the Tribe Tactical, Trybe. First impressions, they're heavy. It's 95 outside today, and I've been wearing basically an outfit like this, and I'm sweaty. So this is gonna suck. They have like a reinforced pocket, it's like probably pleather on the front and the back, so you can appendix carry or carry in the back. Okay, so this is what they're like on. They don't actually bother me with the pressure, but I can tell that they're, and this is very conceited, but I can tell that they're like flattening my butt. And I don't love a legging that doesn't flatter my butt. So they are really thick. I would not want to wear these in spring into summer in Northern Virginia, and that's where we're at already. But on, they feel quite durable. They're quite stretchy. They feel okay that way. So I don't know if you're supposed to just straight up put your gun in that pocket, or are you putting a holster in there as well? I can't imagine also shoving a holster. I'm sure you should shove a holster in there, honestly, but the pocket is not that deep for it. So, okay, so this is the pant with the Harry's holster. Okay, well, I'm not really well endowed up here, so it doesn't cover the holster, the way the shirt sits. In a crop top, this is really not ideal. So this is another shirt that I like to wear a lot. So it's not as cropped, and it's a little bit thicker in material. There is gonna be, you know, a pretty noticeable print, even if I kind of do one of those numbers. One thing that I also don't love is the holster is completely in the pocket, and the legging is a high-waisted legging, which normally I really like. But given that it has a concealed carry pocket, it means the gun is like inches from my bust. It's super high, and I don't love that. But there's that. So let's take this out. I do want to see the butt feeling. That's a crazy thing to say. How it sits in the back. So this is what it looks like in the back. It doesn't feel horrible, but its presence is super known. I do want to see just the gun. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I mean, that stays in place, but I don't know truly if that is a safe retention, right? And it doesn't fully cover the trigger, so probably don't do this. I will say the print is a lot better if you just put the gun in the pocket, but again, I don't think you're supposed to do this. It is structured nicely. I don't feel like the gun will fall out of the pocket. However, it is so high-waisted that the gun is very high on my body. And it's not in like the most accessible place. If you're okay with this draw, I think it's okay. And if you're probably like well endowed in the chest, it would be an okay place to have a gun. But I'm not well endowed, so no matter how I stand, I'm gonna print through my shirt. And then the other thing is, it's a heavy legging. I'm sweating wearing it, and that's not gonna work for me in the summer. Okay, so this is the Crossbreed Holsters belt that Eddie lent me for this. The idea is that you just wrap it around your body once, you Velcro here, and then you basically cinch it in again like this. First impression, I wonder how belly bands holsters fit women versus men, right? So women tend to be more thin at the waist and wider at the hip. I place it on my iliac crest, for example, the top of my hip bones. It's likely to slide up. Let's see what that looks like, because I put it on around my ribs and I don't love it. It's also high, just like the leggings. So let's see. Okay, so let's see if I put it here. This is not super flattering. You guys are very lucky that I am willing to subject myself to this. I've put it kind of between the bottom of my ribs. So my ribs end right here, my hip bones start here. And so this is in between the two. These shorts are not a great example of what to wear it with, because you can see the holster outline. This is also not the correct holster. This is just what Eddie had. However, the print on this is slightly less, I would say, than the legging. This is what it looks like in these shorts at the mid-length. I'm just kind of wiggling, pushing my belly out against it because I want to see if that hurts. It feels okay. It has a nice amount of stretch to it, so it's not like you're in a corset. So let's see. So this is gonna be kind of in the place that the legging had it. So it'd kind of be weird, like half under my pant, half under my shirt. That print is not bad. It's just the belly band doesn't print as much. Obviously, like you can still see, like there's my optic, right? But this is slightly more acceptable, I think. I can't see it. Let me get yoga shorts and we're gonna look at that. I will say, I was walking to the bedroom and looking at my mirror. The side print, not the best. Here are the yoga shorts again with the belly band. So it's not a terrible location. However, the gun is flaring towards the camera a little bit. And so that's why it's printing at the top. And I wonder if that's just a matter of because it's on my ribs. So we're gonna take it down a little bit in the yoga pant and see what the vibe is there. And truthfully, I don't know how tight this is supposed to be, right? Enough that your gun doesn't fall out, I guess. So this is an awkward location with these pants specifically, because it's like, do you want the barrel just a little bit in your pants or do you want it out? So let's just look. Okay, this is the yoga pant or the yoga short with the holster a little bit lower on the body. There is some obvious printing at the top. I think this belly band specifically works best closer to my bust. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how it feels. It's enough pressure that the holster and the gun stay in place on my body, but it's not so much pressure that it hurts. So I think that similar to the legging, maybe if you have a little bit more chest to work with, you're really gonna do a good job of like hiding it. You're just gonna, you know, let's imagine my shirt sticking out this much. If you are a big titty committee member, a belly band holster, or even the legging holster might be the move. I hope I didn't get it super sweaty. Okay, it doesn't smell bad. Sorry, Eddie. Most Comtac belly band holster. It's a lot thicker than Eddie's. So Eddie's is almost like just like a very thick elastic. This is like neoprene. So the Most Comtac one, unlike Eddie's, you don't put the Velcro cover over your gun. So it's not as secure to your body. This is just Velcro. You've got these elasticized pockets with retention snaps. I'm guessing these retention snaps are for mags if you'd like. It has a hole in the bottom only in one place, and I'm wondering why. Like, are you supposed to just shove the tip of your gun down the hole? Because like it doesn't really fit. Like every time I do it, my slide gets pushed back. Like that I don't think works. Alternatively, what if I, like, okay, that kind of fits in there, sort of, but not really. Moral of the story is I don't think that this is the setup for me. Last thing I have is another pair of concealed carry leggings. This is by Lil Creek, not Little Creek, Lil Creek. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so these are a lot thinner. I really like it on initial feel. The thing I like about these leggings over the other one is cheaper leggings, in my experience, will have a thick band of fabric, but the elastic piece will be 1 centimeter piece of elastic that goes around the waistband. I hate that feeling. Why I like these shorts is because the whole top band is stretchy and this is what keeps it to your body. It's not one thin piece of elastic and it's more comfortable. Likewise, these pants, the Lil Creek pants, the whole top band is what keeps it in place. So I'm excited about that. What I'm also excited about is the legging material is a lot. Okay, so these are the Lil Creek concealed carry leggings in a small. On first impression of them being on, they feel okay, but they don't feel as nice as the other pair on for some reason. And it might just be because the gusset length is a little bit shorter, so it kind of like is low on my butt area. Like I can feel that's a little bit low. I also think that these are flattening my butt a little bit, which is fine. There has to be a level of compression necessary to hold a gun. They feel a lot cooler than the first pair. Okay, so on the front and back, we have this same little pocket, and I'm wondering if this is retention. The pocket on these is very similar to like a cell phone pocket on yoga pants in that it's just a hole. They just put 2 pieces of fabric back to back and sewed it. So there's no reinforcement in the way that the other pants were. there is a hole at the bottom so that the length of your gun can fit. So let's try pistol first, and then with the holster. I don't know what this is for. Yeah, it's gotta be a little retention strap, which interesting in theory, but if you're not using the back retention strap, then it just like sticks out. Maybe you could just tuck it in or something. So this is the pistol without the holster, just in the pant. I think if I had a long enough shirt, it wouldn't be very obvious, but right now you're like, what the fuck is that? I will say without a holster, it has pretty good movement retention. Like maybe I wouldn't want it to move that much when I jump, but not awful. So let's throw the Harry's holster in and see. Okay, so this is how it looks with the Harry's holster and then the little fucking retention elastic piece, whatever the fuck. I really like how this feels in terms of where the gun is on my body. I really think it's a better location for a draw to be, you know, here instead of here, right? So the first pant, it was putting the firearm right here. This pant, it's putting it in a more comfortable, logical spot, which I like. The part that I like from a legging standpoint, I don't like from a concealed carry standpoint. So because there's no reinforcement in the pocket, the printing is insane. I think it's very comfortable, right? Because there's no reinforcement and the material is nice and soft and it feels good. But the print, again, is pretty obvious. So my take between the two leggings is I like the Little Creek legging better if you're not a crop top person. I think if you have clothing that will cover this, I grabbed one of Dan's D&D shirts from NADPOD, not another D&D podcast, Duck Team. If you know, you know. Again, 100% cotton, thicker material, obviously covers the firearm in length, but a little bit of printing. You tell me. So again, like I have the camera flipped normally, so I can't see myself. I don't know what's happening in the viewfinder. I don't even know if I'm recording, but can you tell I'm printing right now? I will say, I think that I am looking for something that doesn't exist, something that makes it so no one knows you have a gun on your body. And I don't think that with how I dress and with my body, that's possible. I think I want to try the bra holster and I want to maybe try a bag carry. I'm curious to see how this will be when I watch it back because I really like these leggings. I don't know if they work for concealed carry, which defeats the purpose of keeping them. I will say because of the pocket being the same material that there's another pocket, that the whole waistband is made out of, versus the other pant that had that structured piece. When I was running to the room, there was a little bit of play. And that, I think, is to be expected if you're using leggings as your concealed carry clothing. Oh, quickly, let me put this in the back pocket and see what that looks like. So the interesting thing about the back pocket is that where the retention band is, because it's a different part of the pocket on the right side. So on the front, the retention holster is on the left side of the hole. On the back, the retention band is still on the left side of the hole, but because it's backwards, the retention band is now kind of moot. If I had to rank these four things that I tried on, I think I would put actually Eddie's belly band, the crossbreed holsters belly band at the top. I think this is the most flexible and it works best for my clothing style. It's not perfect, but it doesn't pigeonhole me to one piece of clothing. The second best, I will say, are these Low Creek leggings, only because I think they're more comfortable and I think they're cuter. I would say third is probably the other pair of leggings. I think that I don't like about them is they're very thick, which, you know, weather dependent, not a big deal, but they're so high-waisted that the firearm is like in your titty. Not a fan of that. And then the last thing is obviously the most compact belly band. It's hard to try a nice one on and then try a shitty one on because this one is not the vibe. I don't like that it's neoprene. I don't like it's thick. I don't like the pockets for the actual firearm or holster. So I don't know if this is the move for anyone, but if you like it and you know how to use it better, let me know. So there are a few brands out there that have concealed carry leggings. They look like they're drop shipped all from the same place and they just slap their own logo. So I'm gonna just figure that out. And then I saw someone who had a bra holster. I'm gonna try that. I think I saw a weird tank top one, but it requires a cross draw, which I don't like, so I probably won't get that. And then I've seen a lot of women do like the, you know, the old school thigh holster, which hot, but I don't wear skirts. So then it's like, where the fuck do I put it? So I probably won't try that, but I could. If you want me to try it, let me know. If you also have any other thoughts on this, that would be great. So yeah, thanks. Cool.